spiritual and not religious drew us to scichic.com and its dating section linked in the footer.
It's a new launch, and we want you to register in hopes that you find a lover, partner, and a friend beyond a traditional introduction, breaking views of cultural perception.
Tell your friends now.
Hi, my name is Emma and I am 8 years old.
This is Robin Zodiac, and we're here live. Yay!
All right, there you go.
Remember Emma from last week? And this is
Hi,
my play daughter, who I was there when she took her first poop. So
She was that.
in the hospital room, boys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so right, you girls were born like a block over in that city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the same hospital.
No, different hospital.
So
You were born in a private one, but I heard your hospital was way better. Your mother had way better conditions.
I think it was I forgot the San Monica thing.
Yeah, what? Yeah. And then you were born in the private Santa Monica hospital.
Yeah.
On Easter Monday. Yeah.
Yay!
I was her stage mother, well, her play stage mother.
Yeah.
I used to take her mom to auditions. Did she ever tell you about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I took Katie, or Kathy, now she likes to be called, to an audition, and there was all these famous kids from, what is that show with the fathers that raised the, oh yeah, she did something with, no, she tried out for, I can't remember, this is, yeah, the little girl from Full House, she was at the audition, also auditioning with your mom, and like all these professionals, stage kids were there, and I'm dressed as Madonna because I was an actress and I was coming from I remember it was a live television show where they put a bunch of Madonna lookalikes behind a cage, and we had to act like animals or whatever.
What?
Yeah. So anyway, I had to take Katie to an audition, and all the stage mothers, or Kathy now, but Katie then, and she was like 10, and all the stage mothers thought that I was a pushy stage mom. And I had made a deal with her mom. Did she tell you this story? That if she got the audition, that I would let her drive. And she was like 10.
Oh my god.
And guess what?
Did she get it?
She got it.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
So how did she do it
at 10?
Where we lived right behind Culver Studios.
The cemetery? Did you go to the cemetery?
No, we didn't go to the cemetery. Well, it was close to, because I used to live in the serial killer's house. Of course, he turned himself in 1973.
What's the serial killer? What's
what was his name? Patrick.
Do I know this house?
I can't remember his name.
Do I know this house?
No, you never lived there. You never lived there.
Who did he kill? Tell me.
Oh, he was a homosexual, and he used to cruise the clubs in West Hollywood. And he was called the Garbage Bag Killer. I don't remember his real name. It was Patrick something. And he turned himself in 1973, and his gay lover lived in the building that I lived in, and it was right down the street from where your mom lived. And so in the alley, it was really spooky. They did a lot of films. Actually, I bumped into Jennifer Aniston. She was out there filming some little leprechaun movie.
Oh,
and yeah. So there's this alley right behind where I lived. So I let your mom drive down that alley, and I was scaring her. I was like, she's like, stop, you're making me nervous.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And I lived up my end of the deal. Never told your grandma.
Did she crash?
No, not at all.
She crashed. I remember with my grandma. She said, I think she was trying to change the radio, and she like ran into a wall or something like that.
Oh no! When she was before she got
like
arrested.
no, like when she got like her permit.
It couldn't have been that bad because she wasn't hurt, right?
No, yeah, she wasn't hurt, but like she still crashed into a wall.
Yeah.
Oh thank goodness.
No, but a wall can kill you if you're like fast enough.
Yeah, I don't think she's really fast enough. She's like something.
Yeah, your mom almost started a war down there. Do you remember all that chaos that was going on with the neighbor and the pit bull?
Yeah. Yeah, that was horrible.
You moved, huh?
Yeah.
That was a dangerous situation.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah. I wrote a tune and I put it on this radio station about the Bloods and the Crips and everything.
Gosh.
It's trying to make light of the situation because it was dangerous. Your dad came home and he says, "Oh my gosh, your mom could be starting a war.
Yeah.
You don't even know it." And I said, both your dad and I saw it coming. So
Wait, what happened?
There was neighbors.
Oh, you got a call here.
And the pit bull attacked their child.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Hey, you got a call here.
Hello?
What? Yes. I don't know how to call. What the hell?
What?
I don't know what I'm doing. Aren't you filming us?
I said you have a caller here.
Oh.
What? A caller?
I'm like, you got a call. I'm like, call who?
Wait, you got a caller?
I call you?
Wait, what do we have?
Okay, all right.
What is this, a Christmas
I
party?
want to finish this story. Where
caller?
were we? You broke my flow.
Do we actually have a caller?
Yeah, we have a caller. But what was I saying? I was
The
talking
Pitbull
about
story. Pitbull story.
the what?
The Pitbull story.
Oh, good. I'm glad we changed the subject. It's horrible. It's a horrible story.
No, I want to know the story.
So, Katie did the right thing for the child. And
Wait,
the parents, they were neighbors.
Oh, so Katie saw it happen.
I saw it
Yes.
happen. It's horrible.
The Pitbull
Yes.
attacked the baby.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't a girl. It was a girl. She was like 10 or something like that.
Something like that.
Did
A
she
pitbull attacked her.
die?
No, like
No,
it
but her bone was exposed.
Yeah, it was like blood. Like it was horrible.
And
Oh my
And
god.
then the parents got mad at Katie.
Why?
Because they're ghetto. And they were,
Oh yeah, they got mad because I think she called 911 and then like the ambulance came and like that's a lot of money.
horrible.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. But what are you gonna do? You can't put a band-aid on that? I'm not trying to be mean, but like what the hell?
Don't mean to laugh.
No, I'm not like trying to make fun of it, but like what the hell? Like, you need an
You got a
ambulance.
caller here waiting for you.
Okay,
Oh,
we're ready for the call.
We're ready.
We're just talking, reminiscing about the past.
Just rambling on. Here you go.
Okay. Oh well. It's okay.
Oh, well.
That fell from the top bunk the other night. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, who's
Faye?
this? Faye?
Yes.
And where are you calling from?
Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, wonderful. All right. did you have a specific question, or did you just want me to?
If you could let me know anything about my child up in heaven, if
Okay. Well, the thing that I get is that that's passed on, Faye.
what's that?
Did you say something about a child?
Well, yeah, it's my child.
Okay, but he's here with us, or?
In heaven. She said in heaven.
Oh, that's what I thought. I'm sorry.
No.
He's around you, right? He's just is he living above you or north of you?
What's that?
Yeah, I don't think we have a very good connection.
Is he in heaven?
And that's a hard thing to ask. But I didn't understand the question. Orlando,
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a hard time. So I don't know what to do, Orlando, unless you want to translate what she's asking and tell
She
her what I
said
hear.
that she's
Maybe we
asking,
can't do calls tonight, obviously.
well, we were going to try and see, and if you're having such a hard time, maybe not. But
Shame.
Give her
Robin,
free callers.
can I?
I'm not going to give free.
Robin,
Horrible.
Robin,
Free shower in Dubai.
Robin,
I don't want to be a. Hello?
Robin, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a good idea to take calls, but she's asking, maybe you can just take this one and we'll stop after this. Obviously, we're not getting great sound. She's asking about her son who is in heaven.
That's what I thought, that she's passed over, or he's passed over. I tell her that I got that they're very psychically connected, that he's constantly in the back of her mind, and that he feels the comfort that she has, that he's there with her. Can she hear that?
It sounds like it's very echoing where she's talking from.
Yeah, she's got terrible sound there.
What did she say?
She said that
Transfer.
you guys have a really deep psychic connection and that
Email.
she feels like he's constantly around you in the background.
Okay.
And that he's in the back of her mind all the time, and he feels that comfort. He feels that comfort. He wants you to know that he's feeling the comfort that she's sending.
Were you able to hear her?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, that's good. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I know it's what we have to compensate.
All right, so we're just gonna not take any more calls, I guess.
Okay, so we're gonna continue down memory lane. Okay. And so we lived on the street, right? And then your grandma moved to another house, and there was a guest house in the back.
The number off?
Yeah.
And
You lived there, I think.
yeah, she rented it to me.
Uh-huh.
And your sister went through a real wild time. Did she ever tell you?
My aunt?
I mean, your sister. Your mother.
Yes, she did. She went through a crazy time.
Yeah, she did.
Don't you want to read Gabby's quote?
Yeah, read mine.
Okay, I'll read mine.
Then can you read mine?
What if they're bad? Don't tell
On
me.
the air?
Don't tell me if they're bad.
Well,
Yeah,
then
you
I
can-
should read.
The audience can see how good you are.
They know. They
What if it's bad? I don't want it to be
No,
bad.
just tell them what you tell them for when they're scared.
So what is this going to be, a reality show tonight?
It'd be scary. Well, you know what? Ever since you had colic, come on. We're doing the Emma, Gabriella, and Robin Zodiac show.
All right. Just for description for the sake of the audience.
Yes. We're just hanging out. Merry Christmas.
All right, go ahead. Sounds like you guys are running amok, but anyway, that's fine.
This is my last show of the year. It's gonna
Robin,
be some
light a
predictions.
fire.
So we have good news, Brainstorm, Tonto, for Tonto, especially this week. You know, we took on the government mortgage company, the Giants. Did I tell you that we won?
At least something.
Yeah. Remember the Cedar Glen house?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? And I'll fill you in on the past history of it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you if we can talk about ghosts tonight.
Yeah. So tell the audience your experience with the
So
I have a picture of it. Look.
yeah, my only experience. So the Cedar Glen house was a house that I lived at when I was like much younger. Grew up in for like 2 years.
Can you see it? Okay. Can you see it? No, you can't see it.
No, it's
a reflection of TV.
Yeah, okay.
No? Okay. See?
Okay.
That's the house. Wait.
Where?
Right there. See that right there? There's the post
Oh
office.
yeah, okay.
And then right there,
Okay,
here it is. There it is. That's the California Gun Registry. So go on. Talk about it.
So my only experience, like the history that I know of, is that apparently the guy who owned it before us, like he killed his brother, and apparently he thought it was a deer, but
No. He purposely murdered him.
yeah, of course, but everyone says that. They're like, oh, we went hunting. Like, obviously, if you're going to murder someone, like, a good way to cover it up is to be like, let's go hunting. And then, but, you don't shoot someone on accident, and think they're a deer. So, he purposely murdered his brother. And
His name was Angel.
Okay. And then, basically, what happened was,
the house went into probate.
yeah, and then his spirit kind of stayed there.
And we moved there when you were like a little toddler. Do you
Yeah.
remember? And we saw pictures of it in the beginning of our opening video.
Yeah.
So when you see the video again, because we're going to play it again, then you'll see the pictures. It was way too fast in the beginning, and it's amazing how the mind will comprehend it the second time around. That's my gorgeous daughter's editing when she was 8 years old. Okay, so we had this house, and it was the freakiest, scariest house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
no, but what I was gonna say was my only experience was Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
when
Thanksgiving.
I woke up in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
and it's weird because Thanksgiving is about the Native Americans, and where we lived was mountains where a lot of the Native Americans were killed. So I really feel like a lot of the ghosts in that area were Native American. Like you can hear sometimes, you'll be able to hear Native American ghosts,
Yeah.
What do they
The
do?
drums. And,
Yeah, something like that.
and-
So it was so funny how on Thanksgiving, I woke up in the middle of the night and heard footsteps, and I can see the stairway, it's right in front of where I was sleeping, and the dogs were barking up there, and it was so creepy. I just
And your dad, we talked about him being a soldier of war in the jungles of Africa, and your dad was even scared. He couldn't sleep the whole night.
Yeah, no, if you ask my mom, every time we went to that house, they would have to go pick up something in there, and I'd be I would have to stay in the car. I'd start crying if they made me go inside. I had to stay in the car. I'm not really that scared now, but back then I was really scared of spirit, paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't actually find it that frightening. Unless it's a demon or a poltergeist, then it's bad. But just normal ghosts aren't really that scary. Maybe it's because I haven't really seen objects move or whatever. I've seen some stuff, but not like that. But I find it not really scary. It's more I want to help them cross over.
Well, at least you didn't wind up in the television.
What
What's that?
At least she didn't wind up in the television.
Oh my god, yeah.
So yeah, and so Brainstorm lived there for a while too. You lived at that house.
Oh, really?
That creepy haunted house.
Took care of it.
What?
I took care of it.
Yeah. You did a good job. You pulled all the weeds, you got it all ready, you rented it out, right? Summer rentals, winter rentals, or something like that.
Mm.
You did all the customer service. You were a concierge for the ghosts of Cedar Glen. What happened with the house?
Yeah.
What happened with the house is that it was
No, let Emma keep telling her story. I just wanted to crack a joke in there. You remember Poltergeist?
Yesterday they admit doing wrong, and they're gonna change and memorialize the deed of trust.
I don't think they admitted that they did wrong, did they?
Yeah, well, they admitted they did wrong.
No,
yeah,
they just settled.
One, hands down.
All right, well.
So, anyway, there's always a plan. There's a thought. But did you know your dad called me the night before, and he told me just settle. He said just settle. He said to me, just take $1.
Gabby wants to know
just take $1. That's what Robin said.
Happened with the house.
Oh, I got in a big fight. We've been in that fight for what, 2-3 years? Almost 3 years, right? Was it 3 years? Or was
Do you know
it
the house that had? Yeah. We lived there. We moved out of the haunted house. We lived there, but we kept the haunted house. We rented it out. Then we still have it. No. I fought over it. No, I didn't. It ain't worth shit. So, yeah. So I fought over it with the government. No, but we had it for years. It just, we weren't living in it.
Yeah. So then, yeah, and so there's more to the future story. So, okay, so we talked about that. Now, what about, there was like some creepy stuff that happens, in those mountains.
Talk about that restaurant.
Is that the one in the Lake Arrowhead?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You moved out of that one? Or did you rent it out?
You never saw the haunted one.
Yeah, I did. I went to
that was a different house.
No, that was the house we lived in. That's fine.
That house was fine.
No, the haunted one I lived at when I was like 2 years old, but we still had it. But the one you've been to was the one we lived at, which was also Lake Arrowhead, but different areas.
Why'd you move out of that one?
Because it was haunted.
The one in Lake Arrowhead?
Oh, no, why did I move out of that one? Because
she moved to LA, I moved to South Africa.
Because they got in a fight with the bigger government. I saw that. You know what happened to me after that. So the other one, I will be updating the audience in the future, but right now, there's big shit going on. So, anyway, halfway there.
We talk about the restaurant.
What? Oh, yeah.
This
is restaurant.
This is memory lane for me because
Okay.
I remember all these ghost stories.
Okay, so anyway, the whole reason that everything happens for a reason, of course. So I didn't even know what I had bought when I bought it, but it was your dad and I, and I wanted to raise you in a small town, and you still know you're friends with everybody. So, well, not friends, but you know who they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
half of them are pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, actually?
No, like 2 people I know have babies. They're in my grade, but
Like in Lake Arrowhead?
Yeah.
So we went up there, and we knew that we were we were all going to move to South Africa, but it didn't work out that way. But we had always planned that when you got to junior high, that we would escape that creepy town.
You're still not talking about the restaurant.
Did you? Okay, what about so the restaurant. Restaurant had, it used to be a brothel, and it was a lumber place. And there's so many creepy stories just talking about it. Like, people would really know that there's spirits there. So I wrote a blog a long time ago about these. I had reoccurring dreams. And one was like a madam, for prostitutes or whatever, working girls, whatever they call them back in the 1800s or whatever. So she's a redhead, and she dressed in like that, in the pictures, those corsets, right? And then there was another younger girl with long blonde hair who was kind of like in a bathrobe, like she passed, obviously, in her sleep. That still lingered there. And there was a little boy that wore suspenders and shorts and had this blonde little bowl cut hair. So they would constantly be stuck in this restaurant. They couldn't leave. It was a restaurant, it was a brothel, it was this creepy old restaurant. So I auditioned for a reality show, and they wanted like live footage of like predictions of places, like haunted places. So I chose that place. And I said that it had burnt down. And I described the spirits that were still there. And
how did they die? With fire?
No, there wasn't a fire. That's why I didn't get the TV show. They said there's never been a fire at this restaurant. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then like a week or two later, the place had a fire.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
you mixed it up. It was the future, but
it was the future.
Yeah.
So then, and it was because of old wiring. Believe me, I didn't put a fire for a reality show like a Kardashian would have. But anyway, I went in and was telling, there was new owners that took over that fixed it up, and they turned it into a different restaurant. And I was telling the brothers that worked there, what I had seen and what they looked like, and I wrote a blog. And actually, the whole like producers and developers, the Two Broke Girls, the writers, who's right in front of me or whatever. She actually read the blog, and it was about. But the owner came up to me and he said, "You'll never believe it, but I saw a ghost in the kitchen of a boy." And I said, "Oh yeah, he has shorts and suspenders and a little blonde, little bowl cut hair, straight hair." And he says, "Exactly." And then my friend who's the writer, she overheard the conversation, and it was amazing that I saw these spirits in my dream over and over again, and that the restaurant owner that had gotten the vision or whatever said that it was spot on of what he saw. He said it was in form, and it just disappeared.
When you see these images of like ghosts, like, but you don't see them, do you see the pictures in your head?
Well, why don't you describe last year? I talked a little bit about it when I came back from Christmas, but when we rented that.
No, I'm asking you because you predicted.
But you saw it.
No, but you predicted it. So when you predict.
Oh, when I was dreaming about them? Did I know they were spirits? No.
No, but when they asked you to predict what the ghosts are, do you see them in your head, or did you know from your dreams? Or did you see them? Did you see them?
No, but when you have recurring dreams, I mean, you keep
so you saw them from your dreams
over and over again.
No, but
yes.
I'm asking a question because I don't know. How do you see it?
Yes.
In your dreams?
Yes, but I knew when we drove past the restaurant, that's why your dad and I decided to buy that house. It was from my dreams. It was telling me to do this. It was my mind couldn't rest at night. These spirits were saying, they needed help. They needed help.
Did you help them?
Well, yeah, but they helped us. We were actually at your house, and you were swinging, and you were like 2 or 3 years old. And you both are just a few months away from each other in age. And I was swinging you. You said, "Mommy, what are you thinking about?" And I was thinking about the fires. And I said, "I'm talking to the ghosts in that restaurant." And you said, "What are you talking to them about?" And I said, "To save our house." So the fires raged on and burnt like hundreds and hundreds of homes. And our homes survived, and a few homes survived, just like 5 homes in that area, and everything else was just gone. Our house survived. But when we went back to the house, we drove down the street, and it was like an atomic bomb blew off. There was nothing. It was all, no homes.
Yeah.
But there was one home that the woman was my client. And she asked me, what is going to happen when the fires come? And I said, don't worry. If I'm a psychic and I'm predicting that your house is going to be fine and the spirit world's going to make sure of it, right? Her house survived. But there was swing sets that survived.
Every single swing set.
Every single swing set on that road. Believe me, there was like hundreds of homes that were gone. Every swing set was preserved. There was one swing set that actually had a perfect fence around it. It was preserved. Do you remember that? You were little.
No, I don't remember. Did you take pictures?
Tiny. No, but I should have. But it's wild.
Wait, but did you help them see the light?
No, I'm saying that I helped him because yesterday there was, the gun registry. I won in principle. I won my safety. These people these spirits that haven't crossed over that I know had passed in that town. I know for a fact that their lives were cut short. So yes, I did help them. As of yesterday, I have solved a puzzle. Actually, another thing too is that Shirley Temple was, we had met and we had talked for hours and there was people around and she said there's so much that she needed to tell me and she held my hands.
The
and
real
then
Shirley
come
Temple?
to find out, yeah, Shirley Temple.
How old was she?
She was like in her 70s. This was in the early 90s, so I don't know, maybe 60s, 70s. I don't know. She was an older lady, and she had filmed that Mount Suzanne, which was a movie that was filmed actually in the gun registry. So I still believe to this day that when she held my hand, that she projected those spirits into my head, or in the subconscious world of it. Like, she needed to tell me so much, but she couldn't. I said about 3 years ago. But she found the movie there too. In that house.
What is the gun registry? Like what
the gun registry? Well, everybody in Southern California used to go to Lake Arrowhead it was the water. It was started by I want to say the Mohawks, but it wasn't the Mohawks, but it was a water company. So that lake is man-made, and underneath the lake is the Black Annie. We've talked about that. Remember
the train?
The train.
Yeah.
And there was 200. There was 200.
No, that's
Chinese.
But the Lake Arrowhead is like the creepiest place I've ever been to.
It is.
It's so scary. It's literally like a ghost town that's living.
Yeah.
Wait, so
a
talk
lot of
about
wild
the
animals. Did you ever see the bear? You saw the video of the bear, right?
Yeah.
You were showing somebody and erased it for me. Or broke the camera or something. I don't know where that video is. It's been erased. It's been taped over. But
talk about the tunnels.
The tunnels, yeah. So the tunnels are under Lake Arrowhead to this day. What happened was the Little Annie train that went from Mormon Road down the way to the timber where the restaurant was once the timber, cutting the timber. The train had 200 Chinese workers on it, and it got stuck in the tunnel. And they never removed their bones, and they never removed.
So they died of starvation.
Or they probably died from suffocation.
Probably.
That's probably how they died first.
That's such a slow death.
A long time.
How?
No, because
no, it's a really slow death.
Well, it's slow, but like you pass out basically.
And also, they say there's bunkers under there, and that if there's ever an atomic bomb or whatever, the most important people or whatever are supposed to go and be able to live there. Like they have it totally stopped. And I've heard from Indians.
Apparently, I read a conspiracy theory that they're turning Walmarts into like there's something really creepy about Walmarts. Like they shut down Walmarts for like weeks and say it's like plumbing or like months. And like you see police there, like police are not there for plumbing. Like if you look it up, there's like this huge Walmart scandal, and they're building the Walmarts into something like it's either that kind of in case of an atomic bomb, or there's something else. I forgot what it is.
I don't worry about it.
No, but apparently it's like really creepy. I forgot what it is. Something like to do with the military. I don't know. But continue.
Okay, so I was told there was this Indian woman, and that she was like, her mom was like a princess of a tribe or something, and her mom was shot dead right here in Santa Monica, and they shot her in a bullet in her head.
Why?
And she was born from a dead corpse. She was an Indian woman that was from up there.
Wait,
Yeah.
so as they killed the mom, the baby was born. Oh my god.
And she lived, and she was older than me or whatever. She told me.
Being born from a dead corpse. Oh my god.
And so is Osiris, or so is Horus. No. I don't know how it is.
Wait,
Not
really
reincarnation.
gods?
Yeah. Supposedly there's 3 stories that how goddess Isis got pregnant with Horus, but Horus is the reincarnation of Osiris. And one of the stories is that she had with the corpse. That's one of the stories. Or it was a golden penis that she found, or she was pregnant before he was murdered. But it's mythology.
Wait, so what about the Indian woman? What was
So anyway, she told me that that whole mountain is stockpiled with ammunition. And so your zip code and your bloodline makes a mortgage. So the parcel of land that you buy, according to your bloodline, according to the marriage certificates, birth certificates, and everything, it was started by the Queen of Spain, who is Brainstorm's ancestry. That
was not started by the Queen of Spain.
She started it, and she's not nowadays. This is 500 years ago.
Pontus
Today's Queen of Spain. Today's Queen of Spain is broke, and because her son, who is now king, married a divorcee with children from another man. You can't do that.
Okay, what about the ammunition?
So this Indian woman that claimed she was born from a corpse said the whole mountain is stockpiled worth of ammunition. So what it does is it raises the value of the lands. It creates the promissory note and the deed of trust, which is a adhesion contract, which is called a mortgage.
Where is the ammunition?
Inflate.
Where is it?
Through the tunnels.
Oh.
And
how did they get to it?
Through the tunnels.
How come you don't?
Because a lot of people survived the fires. Remember when I was talking about the fires? That people were going through the tunnels. And the bottom of the tunnel is in the village.
How do you get in?
There's an elevator that goes down. And what happened was, Bugsy Siegel started a gambling up there, like a speakeasy, a gambling. And it's called the Tudor House. And
I know about that. I watched a video about the ghosts at the Tudor House.
Yeah, so there's
tunnels
connected.
Somebody was killed there, like this ghost from the Tudor House. And the Tudor House, like right now, is like right across the church.
No, my realtor showed me a house right next to the Tudor House, and I didn't like it. I didn't even go in to look at it. I didn't even like it. I didn't like that. And plus, it was higher elevation and more snow. And we did look at this beautiful home, but the parking was horrible.
So people go in the tunnels?
Yeah, they go in the tunnels, and that's how a lot of people survived the fires. They were underground in the tunnels. Yeah.
Have you been there?
No, but our neighbor.
Why didn't you go there?
I've been there, yeah. I've been to the tunnels. I know somebody that has the keys to get in that has told me that this is what's underneath the lake, all this sinister stuff. And also, there's Scientology there.
Yeah.
You know about that, right?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah. Do you remember those big tunnel? What are they like?
They're green. Yeah.
Green. Yeah. They look like tanks. Like that's full of cryogenics.
Yeah.
So they're like freezing, like heads
Bodies,
up there.
yeah.
The body, not bodies, just the head. Yeah. So it's pretty creepy.
That whole mountain is like terrifying.
It is creepy.
They filmed 2 horror movies in that mountain, Creep 1 and Creep 2, and I don't think it's a coincidence. That mountain is scary.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, but when we were in South Africa, do you remember when we went to that hotel? And
yeah, I didn't really go though.
But I got obsessed with it.
Yeah, you did, yeah. And then you slept there. What happened?
Oh, yeah, it was so hilarious because one of your dad's friends kept his backpack in the hotel, and me and Margot had stayed in the room that the woman that lived there before, who I thought it was me, like I had this whole reality, and the owners believed me because of the details I was giving. They had these experiences, and they're like, "Hey, you can stay here on us and tell us what you think." So I'm like, "Okay." So we stayed on New Year's Eve. I don't remember what New Year's Eve was. So one of your dad's friends left a backpack, and every time it would ring, it was like, oh. And so Margot and I were like clinging to each other. We were so scared. And then anyway, she fell asleep, and me, I was just trying not to get freaked out, but it was pretty creepy that I kept hearing this, whoa, whatever. It was a cell phone ring, but I didn't know it. So anyway, everybody's downstairs at a New Year's Eve party, and there's music playing and everything. And then there was screams, and it was dead silence, meaning nobody was. It was this huge New Year's Eve party, and then there was like these screams, like, and I'm listening to this upstairs, right above the stairs, And the next morning, the owners come over when we're having breakfast, and the owner said, "So, how was your evening?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, every once in a while we would get this like cackling," and I would say, "Right, Margaret?" And she's like, "Yeah, it was weird, but we didn't know it was a cell phone." Okay. So, and I said, "Yeah, what happened last night?" I heard screams, and Margot was asleep, so she didn't hear that. I said, "I heard screams. What happened last night?" And then I got really quiet. He said that the alcohol fell off the shelf from the very top, that all this alcohol came crashing down from the very top of the shelf. And the party was basically, that's really, what is that called? That's not a party foul. That's a party fuck up. The whole thing went down.
Oh, so everyone was
screaming because nobody knew what happened. And there's no earthquakes in Africa. Africa is like a rock.
Oh, so it just fell down?
Just fell down.
For no reason?
For no reason. So, yeah, we're eating breakfast. The owner came over, talked to me. We were leaving, and then we hear your dad's friend's cell phone go out. And we see him answering it. And then Margot and I were like, we were kind of like getting scared for nothing. And then we find out that the whole room was terrified downstairs as we were like thinking this up. Anyway, it was kind of
Wait, what room was terrified?
I said the whole downstairs party. Everybody just like
terrified because it fell on its own.
Because it fell. Yeah. I think you had a frame.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Yeah, so that was like a creepy story.
Not really.
No, but me and you have had dreams before that were really connected.
Yeah.
Remember, you'd have a dream about your daddy's house, and I would have a dream about your daddy's house too.
No, our dreams are connected. And I remember I would always have the weirdest like dreams. In the Crestline house, like where I slept in your bed. And then really recently I've had so many dreams about like the Crestline house and like I don't know, like just really creepy things.
Do you remember all the raccoons? Remember the family of raccoons that would come around and be in the trees above the porch, the patio? Yeah. And then we had the raccoon hunter.
And we had to put plastic snakes.
Oh, we did? I didn't remember that. But that sounds familiar. Because of the raccoons. Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
We kept them away. Plastic snakes. That's hilarious. They're vicious. Don't ever go next to a raccoon. They're the most vicious animal. And then there was bears. Remember the deer? Remember we were driving down? We were going to go see my high school friend Darcy, the one that saved me from my leg injury. Remember we went down to San Diego? When we were driving down the road and a deer was just about to jump out in front of me and I honked and ran back up. And then we got to San Diego and you and her son were like walking the beach and me and her were sitting there and there was like a school of dolphins. So on the same day we saw a deer and dolphins. That's pretty cool. That was pretty amazing time. So yeah, but you see a lot of dolphins in Africa from your daddy's house. Wake up in the morning and they're like in the waves. You've seen them before, haven't you? And then like years back there was a shark attack. There was like swimmers getting attacked.
Oh yeah, but it's like literally like 100 times more common to get killed by a cow than a shark.
A cow?
Yeah, look it up. It's way more likely to get killed by a cow than a shark.
Why?
Because it just is. Shark attacks only seem common because every time there is one, it's reported.
But did you know that sharks don't like it, but once they take a bite of a human, then they become like a serial killer and they keep going after humans? They acquire a taste.
Ew.
But sharks don't normally attack humans. So it's probably the same shark, is what I'm saying. And they don't know how old they ever lived to be. They're like prehistoric. But your dad went down in the shark tank, right?
Yeah.
Or the shark cage, right?
I want to do that.
You want to do that? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a shark attack when I was a kid. I was younger than you, I think. Yeah, I think it was definitely younger than you are now, but it's about 8, 9, 10, something like that. I was in the water, I had to get out. There was a shark that had been a girl.
That's so scary.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had any any supernatural things happen in your life? Nothing.
Your old apartment used to scare me.
Really? I liked it. Your house in Lake Arrowhead scared me. I didn't like it.
Oh, that scared everybody.
It did.
I don't know why.
It was just like it was like I think it was just because it was just like the stairs and it was always dark in the kitchen because it's like you guys didn't really the lights were always off and you were always like downstairs like in your room. It was just like really big. I don't know.
Yeah, like the way it's set up.
The way it was set up, it was just weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird setup.
Yeah.
It was a weird setup. But it was pretty funky. Called it Honky Tonk Town. Tiny little town. Everybody knew everybody's business.
Oh, and like her room, the room was like there was like a door there that you could just go outside.
Yeah.
And that scared me because I was like, oh my gosh, someone could just like come in and just like break in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you couldn't find the house. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go down like 100 stairs. Like any backward. And we had a big dog outside. Like there was no.
You guys have a dog?
Oh,
Sparky.
we had lots of dogs.
You
I
remember
thought it was
Sparky?
tiny.
We had 2.
We had the big dog. Yeah. You don't remember the big dog? We sent him off to the park.
She rest in peace.
So what do you think is going to happen this year? I believe a lot is going to happen. There's going to be a lot of change this year, 2018 in numerology. It's 11. It's an 11, so that's great. That means that balance, leadership. It's going to be a good year. According to numerology, you never add one and one together. You know, when you add up the year. So it's going to be an 11. So what did you girls say? What's going to happen next year? I mean, you're going to get your driving license, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so tell me, you guys are going to a party tonight. You're waiting for a text message of the address that you're going to...
No, we found out it's like a secret underground party.
Yeah.
It's in like downtown LA.
Oh, no.
I don't think we'll go.
Yeah, your mom said you have a curfew. What is it?
She said I did?
Yeah, well, show me.
No, but that's for when she's driving. We would not drive there.
Yeah, we wouldn't drive there.
She's very convertible. Do you like driving that car? It's fast, huh? Did you try it out?
Yeah. Emma says I'm a bad driver, but you have to tell me if I'm a bad driver.
Did you put the top down?
Yeah.
She is bad. She always is in the wrong lane.
No, that's not true. Okay, you have to see me drive, and then no, I want but you don't drive. But you don't drive, so I want someone that's been driving for a long time to tell me, because it's harder than it's like I don't know.
I haven't been driving for a long time.
Because
I lost my license.
It's easier to criticize someone.
Why do you think I have brainstorm? Yeah, drive me everywhere. I lost my license.
It's easier to criticize someone that's driving than like actually driving, because like I criticize my mom like when she drives.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
And so your mom bought you a nice car. You like that car?
Well, she didn't buy it to me. She gave it to me because she got an upgrade. So, but like, yeah, it's really nice.
And so you work also? You go to school and you work?
Yeah, I work at a pizza place.
Great.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, I'm a cashier. He wants to promote me to be a server, but I have to just like learn the menu and stuff. It's really fun, except it's really like stressful, like on Fridays and Saturdays because it's like really busy. But it's nice because I used to work at a dry cleaners, and I was the only person that worked there.
What?
Like, yeah, it was like me and the owners, like the wife and the husband. So like I was like they were dependent on me, and I'd feel bad if I wanted to like call off or like if I had like a dance Saturday or something like that.
I see.
But like at Amici's, like a bunch of teenagers work there, so it's
that's good. That's good food.
Yeah, and it's like better. Like it's like people can cover for me.
Yeah,
it's like I
fast food Italian.
Yeah, and I have like coworkers and stuff. It's like better.
Yeah, they used to have one in Venice. I don't know if they have one anymore.
Yeah, they have them like all over.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're really good.
So, brainstorm. What did you do this week?
I forgot.
You forgot? You had a brain fart?
Yeah, big one.
What?
No, I'm constantly busy. You caught me off guard. I'm not even thinking about what I already did this week. I'm busy right now. I'll tell you later when I remember.
Okay. I just want to say next year is going to be a fabulous year.
It's going to be amazing.
Amazing. Yes, it's an 11.
It's going to be
2017 was the worst year for
It's going to be so interesting.
Yeah, it was a rough year.
Why was this such a rough year?
Because we had a lot of retrogrades. We have a solar eclipse. We haven't had one of those in like 25 years.
It's so weird.
But astrologically, does 2018 look good?
Yes. Well, numerology, it looks like the best. All new beginnings, leadership, balance.
All right, we're out of time, ladies.
Brainstorm, I wanted to tell you that today on the news I saw, remember I was telling you that my attorney couldn't get anybody to come to court. They didn't know who to call.
Right.
So I thought it was pretty ironic that today Kamala Harris, who was the one that sued the debt collector for like millions, multi-millions of dollars.
Right. Come on. We're out of time.
Hillary Clinton were on the same stage. They were doing the Girls Build Summit. So anytime you hear summit, it means like a mountain of cash. So, or what I think it is like they're just little puppets that were called. They were summons to court. And I sat here on the phone Waiting for my attorney to call.
Say goodbye, ladies.
Did I win? Did I win? Do they know I won? Do they know I won?
I'm sure they do.
He's like, yeah, you won.
Say goodbye.
He's like, this is oh, you know what?
Can you hear me?
Can I tell you something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to tell you something.
No, we're out of time.
I just want you to know that the attorney said that you and I held out for a really long time. Surprised the government. So have a wonderful rest of the year. Happy holidays. I call it.
This is clapping in sign language. This is clapping in sign language. Why can't they just do this? I don't know. I'm learning ASL. It's really fun.
Bye. Are we out?
Hi, my name is Emma and I am 8 years old.
Great show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chic.com has worldwide users instant messaging, reading blogs, romance stories, posting pictures, getting recipes, playing games, buying, selling, psychic readings, reviewing, and much more. Interact at psy-chic.com.
Psychic Robin Zodiac has talent of ESP abilities to predict your future in accurate detail. Robin Zodiac has authored many advised books, and you can interact at psy-chic.com. Clients call Robin at 877-924-4783 for a $3 a minute reading.